My alarm goes off before the sun decides if it even wants to show up today. I don't hit snooze. I already feel late. I lie there for a few seconds staring at the ceiling, replaying yesterday's arguments in my head like a broken voice memo. Did I phrase that objection correctly? Did I miss a deadline? Did I promise something I can't actually deliver? This is how most of my mornings start. Not with coffee, with anxiety. I finally get out of bed, scroll through emails while brushing my teeth, and find 3 new messages marked urgent. Clients love that word. Urgent. It means panic. It means they Googled something at 2 a.m. and now think their life is over. I put on a suit that looks expensive but feels like armor. People think lawyers dress like this because we like power. Truth is, it's a costume. It hides the tired eyes and the permanent tension in my shoulders. On the drive to the office, I rehearse conversations out loud. I argue with imaginary judges. I explain the law to imaginary clients who actually listen. The radio stays off. Silence is loud enough. I walk into the office and the smell hits me first. Old paper, burnt coffee, stress that's been recycled through the air conditioner for years. My assistant greets me with a look that says today is going to be bad. She doesn't need to explain. I can already see the files stacked on my desk like they're trying to bury me alive. Before I even sit down, the phone rings. A client, crying, angry, confused, all 3 at once. I listen. I interrupt gently. I translate legal reality into human language. I watch hope rise and fall in their voice depending on every word I choose. People think lawyers lie for a living. Most of the time, I'm the one delivering bad news. The law doesn't care how fair something feels. By 9 a.m., I've already disappointed 2 people and reassured one with half-truths I hope I can make real later. I open my calendar and laugh quietly to myself. Back-to-back meetings. Court in the afternoon. A deadline tonight that absolutely cannot be missed. I sip coffee that's gone cold because I forgot it existed. The first meeting is with a client who thinks watching courtroom dramas counts as legal research. They interrupt me constantly. They tell me what I should argue. They ask why I can't just talk to the judge. I smile. I nod. I explain. Again, I don't charge for the emotional labor it takes not to scream. By late morning, I'm buried in documents, contracts, statements, evidence that smells faintly like regret. Every page matters. One missed sentence can ruin someone's case or my career. I read slowly. I underline. I make notes that only I understand. My phone buzzes. Another client. This one is calm, which somehow scares me more. They ask if I think they'll win. I pause. This pause is important. It holds truth, strategy, and liability all at once. I say what lawyers always say. It depends. Around noon, my stomach reminds me I'm human. I ignore it. I eat lunch at my desk like always. Something wrapped in paper. Something I don't taste. I watch younger associates walk past my office. They still look hopeful. I remember when I did too. Law school didn't teach us how this feels. They taught us rules. They didn't teach us regret management. At court, the building feels heavy, like it's soaked in decades of bad decisions. I wait my turn, standing in a hallway with other lawyers. We joke, dark jokes. Humor is our shared survival mechanism. When my case is called, my body switches modes. Voice steady, back straight, confidence fully activated. Inside, my heart is racing. I argue. I object. I respond. I read the judge's face like it's a secret code. Sometimes I win small victories that feel huge. Sometimes I lose and pretend it was expected. I glance back at my client. Their entire future feels like it's hanging on how well I perform right now. No pressure. When it's over, they thank me. Or they don't. Both reactions stay with me longer than they should. Back at the office. The day is far from done. Emails have multiplied like bacteria. One message accuses me of not caring. Another begs me to fix something that can't be fixed. I respond carefully. Words are weapons in my world. And landmines. As the sun sets outside my window, the office gets quieter. This is when the real work begins. No phone calls. No interruptions. Just me and the law. I rewrite arguments until they sound inevitable. I catch mistakes that could have cost everything. I think about the people behind the paperwork, the marriages, the businesses, the mistakes that led them to me. Sometimes I feel like a professional bearer of bad news. Sometimes like a miracle worker. Usually somewhere in between. Late at night, exhaustion makes my thoughts weirdly honest. I wonder if I've helped more people than I've hurt. I remember the client who hugged me after a case ended. I remember the one who blamed me when it didn't go their way. Both memories sit in the same place in my chest. Around 10 p.m., I finally shut down my computer. I pack my bag, knowing I'll open again at home. The drive back is quieter. The city looks different at night, less demanding. At home, I loosen my tie like I'm releasing pressure from a valve. I eat something. I think about work while pretending not to. My phone buzzes. I ignore it, just for tonight. Lying in bed, I replay tomorrow before it happens. New cases, new problems, same weight. People think lawyers love arguments. Truth is, I just carry them. All day, every day. And when the alarm goes off again in a few hours, I'll put the suit back on, pick up the weight, and do it all over again.